National Programs in Action. We are the Booklers!
We speak for the kids.
We speak for the kids who have nothing to read.
Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot.
Nothing's going to get better.
It's not.
Hi, I'm Emma Casey.
And I'm Abby Schoenkamp.
We are from the Brookings, South Dakota freshman chapter.
And this is our first year in FCCLA.
Okay, well, we aren't actually Booklers.
But we do care a whole awful lot. We have loved books and reading since we were little and have been lucky enough to have them in our lives.
We have both developed a love of reading, but we have found out that all kids in our state are not as lucky.
When we identified our concerns, we found several compelling needs. Number 1, the Pine Ridge Reservation is one of the poorest areas in the nation.
Number 2, children in Pine Ridge do not have access to books.
Number 3, children who do not have books don't have a chance to develop literacy skills and a love of reading.
And number 4, children without literacy skills and a love of reading don't do as well in school and are not as well-rounded as children who have the books.
The FCCLA National Program Community Service was the perfect way for us to address our concerns. Community service programs involve developing, planning, carrying out, and evaluating projects that improve the quality of life in communities. We chose to use the National Community Service Program to help us improve the quality of life for the children of the Porcupine School on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
Providing community service also helps young people build skills for family, career, and community roles. It provides youth-centered learning experiences related to family and consumer sciences education, and it encourages young people to develop the positive characteristic traits of trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Think left and think right, think low and think high, all the things you can think of if only you try. FCCLA has taught us to do a project that is close to our heart. We learned about the need on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation through a family friend, Doris Gallego. She grew up on the Pine Ridge Reservation. She's a professor at SDSU and knew how serious their need was out there.
The Pine Ridge Indian Reservation is located in South Dakota. There are limited community resources and many children live in poverty. According to the Friends of the Pine Ridge Reservation, there is an 80% unemployment rate.
And there are many struggles, including finance, health, education, and social issues. Reading levels on the reservation are also much lower than at the national average. We decided to do a book drive for the children of the Porcupine School. The school did not have a lot of current authors, and many of their books were worn and outdated. It was a smaller school that sometimes gets overlooked by other organizations.
Our overall goal was to improve literacy for children. This is not only a community concern, but a national issue. We set out to collect 1,000 high-quality new and used books and deliver them to the school. Then we started to brainstorm about other goals that would help us reach our ultimate goal. These include
providing books that cover a wide range of different topics.
This would inspire a love of reading in many children,
spark different kids' interests,
and provide a source of entertainment for the children.
We wanted to collect books for all of the kids at the school.
Children's books are easier to find, but we wanted to make sure that we had books for the 5th through 8th graders.
We wanted to collect a variety of young adult series so that students would get hooked into reading intriguing series.
We also wanted to get as many possible new freshman FCCLA members involved. Our last goal was to raise enough money to drive the 800-mile round trip to distribute the books and spend time reading with the children and learn about their culture.
We feel our goals were realistic and that if we could meet them, we would help the children of the Porcupine School get books and develop a love of reading. This would address the issue of literacy for the children on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
Next, we formed our plan by getting organized. We broke into 4 different committees: the art, advertising, distribution, and select and tally groups. Each group needed a leader to be organized, to complete tasks efficiently, and to be done on a deadline. All 4 committees would report to the overall committee chair.
It was time to continue to form our plan. Brookings freshman FCCLA chapters would form committees. We would work with the Porcupine School administration, Doris Gallego, our advisors, and librarians.
We will hold a book drive to reach our goal of collecting 1,000 new and used books.
This project was launched in the end of October with advertising, promotion, and planning. Books were collected through December. In January, we sorted and organized the books. The books were delivered to the school at the end of January.
Books were collected in Brookings and the surrounding communities. They were stored and sorted in our family and consumer sciences bathroom. Books were delivered to the Porcupine School on the Pine Ridge Reservation.
How? We formed a team of freshman FCCLA members to complete the project. Our resources included our connection with the Porcupine School, area librarians to help us with the book selection, our families to help us deliver the books, our chapter members to collect, sort, organize, pack, and deliver the books.
Our abilities were our strong leaders who helped us by signing up to chair various committees, the support from our chapter and community, and our families. Other resources for our project came in the form of donations from the community. We also had many challenges and barriers as we worked towards our goal.
The first challenge was to get approval from the high school activities director because we were collecting monetary donations. We also had to get approval from city members. This took a lot of time.
Another barrier included brainstorming location sites that avid readers would find. The best sites were the school library, a dance studio, and the book fair.
A challenge was figuring out how to complete series where books were missing. We solved that problem by trading books at the used bookstore.
The last challenge was getting enough donations for travel. We got $200 in donations from the jars, and then we visited with supporters from our community to get the rest of the funds we needed.
We recruited leaders and members during our weekly meetings. Our leadership team figured out what tasks they needed to execute in each committee.
The art group came up with the idea to design jars and boxes with old book pages and the Let Them Read slogan to collect monetary donations and books. These tasks were completed during the end of September throughout October.
The advertising group figured out a design for the posters that were distributed to neighbors before FCCLA members trick-or-treated for books on Halloween night. This group had to be creative and have good writing skills.
The distribution group communicated with store owners about putting boxes, jars, or posters in their businesses and collected donations weekly.
Next up, the select and tally group sorted the books. Most of the books were in great condition, but a few were in bad condition and some were adult books. The adult books were traded at the used bookstore. We filled in all of the series this way. The books were sorted by reading level and by author.
Freshmen FCCLA members got together in January to create
monster bookmarks.
We really wanted to get kids inspired about reading. Last but not least, 4 members delivered the books to the school on January 28th. We drove 400 miles to the school, carried the books up a flight of stairs to the library, helped unpack the books, and put them on shelves. Because the sort and tally group did such a great job, it was an easy task.
The school was very gracious and welcoming. The librarian was excited to see the books and said it was the highest and largest quality donation they have ever received. She was ecstatic about the series because many of their popular books were worn out, torn, and had covers missing. The FCCLA students read with the second grade students.
Then the principal took us around the school and let each student pick out a bookmark. We mostly used resources we had on hand. We used jars we had saved and books that were in too poor condition to be sent to the students to cover the jars. The people who were our partners were important for the success of this project.
Our major partners were Doris Gallego, who helped us contact the school and went with us on the trip. Also, all the people who helped us financially, all the businesses who allowed us to put jars and posters in their stores, and area librarians.
For follow-up, we wrote thank yous for all the donations and support throughout the course of the project. We also wrote several newspaper articles and put up many posters during the duration of the project to keep people interested and updated on progress. We recognized some of our members by making them members of the month.
And will you succeed?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
98.75%.
Guaranteed. We feel our project will help the children of the Porcupine School succeed.
We hope 98.75%.
Guaranteed. Improving literacy opens many opportunities for students, including college and careers. The more that you read, the more things that you'll know.
The more that you learn, the more places you'll go.
To summarize our project, we are proud to announce that we far exceeded all goals.
We collected 2,783 books for the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation.
Over 20 freshman FCCLA members helped to make this project succeed.
And we traveled 400 miles to deliver the books to 130 kids. You have brains in your head.
You have feet in your shoes.
You can steer yourself in any direction you choose.